Hi, friends. Welcome to another week of online learning. So, I am really, really excited because this week and next week, you guys are going to be working on a performance assessment to show everything that you've learned about amusement parks. But I think that it's a really creative way for you guys to show all of these. So, there's two parts. There are two may do activity, or I'm sorry, there are two must do activities, which obviously you have to do both of them. And then there are choices for may do activities. So the first assignment that you're going to do is the must do because that's your planning part. You guys are going to be creating your own amusement park um, that is going to be a combination of what you've learned about Newton's three laws and your creativity. So like I said, even though you have 2 weeks to finish this entire project of your amusement park, the must-do assignment is due this Thursday with Friday as your catch-up day. So for must-do, you are going to decide on a theme and a name for your park, and then you're going to imagine 10 rides that reflect the theme of your park. So they have to have something to do with the theme. And then you'll include a short description of each. So you're going to share all of those ideas in the amusement park performance assessment planning sheets. When you go into the assignment, you'll see that over in the Your Work section. So you're going to tell me the name and the theme of your park. Now, themes can be anything. So you could make it like a unicorn theme or an ocean theme or a food theme. I had somebody do a food theme last year. It could be anything, but I would recommend picking something that you are very interested in because a lot of the other projects that you'll do in the may do section, the choice section, have to relate to your theme. Just like down here, you have to have 10 rides that reflect your theme. So like if you did an ocean theme, then you might have a ride that is, Ocean Voyager, and you'll explain what that ride is. Maybe that's a ride that is, like kind of like Splash Mountain. So like you go through all of these, like the deep sea of the ocean, and you see all these different animals around when you're in this like dark cave, and like everybody's riding in like a roller coaster cart, but this part is really really slow, and then you go up this big hill and go down into like a shallow pool of water. So that would like be the description, right? As I'm reading your description, I should be able to picture what your ride is like. And so you'll have a name for your ride and then a description. You've got to come up with 10. Now this part is what is due, like I said, is due on Thursday. All right, after you finish the planning sheet here, you have the may do activities, and this is where it gets really fun. Now, even though this portion is due on May 14th, you need to finish earning 2 to 5 points by May 7th. And I'm going to talk about that. So first I'm going to explain what the choices are, and then I'm going to explain how you're going to do them and turn them in. Okay, so you've got to earn at least 10 points. So you can see you've got options. So like, for example, this one is 6 points. This one is 3 points. If you did both of those, you would have 9, and then you could pick one of the 1 point. But you can get more than 10, so it doesn't have to equal 10. So the different options you have, you can write a menu for a themed restaurant. So again, like if I did the ocean theme, it would have to be, I might have calamari and, a fish sandwich, and it can even be things that are like almost silly. So like if you did a unicorn theme, you could have unicorn cotton candy, where it's like a swirl of all the colors, so it looks like a unicorn horn. Um, so at least 10 food or beverage items, and then you'll have prices and names that reflect the theme. And you can be as creative with this as you want to. Like you can just type it out on a Google Doc, or you could actually make a physical menu on paper and like decorate it and have pictures and all kinds of things. So it's your choice, kind of how far you want to go with this. For 1 point, you can write a menu for a gift shop. So there's at least 10 souvenirs that reflect the theme of your park, and you will have prices for those. And then for 2 points, you can draw a diagram of one of your rides. So you had the brainstormed list of your 10 rides. So you'll pick one of those rides and you'll draw a diagram, which is like a detailed drawing that shows all of the different parts. similar to your scamper activity. That was a diagram. And then you'll label how the 3 laws of motion are demonstrated. So just like you did that not too long ago from a ride that I gave you, now you're showing Newton's 3 laws in your diagram. For 2 points, oh, I'm sorry, we just did that one. For 6 points, now this one, it's worth 6 points because it's going to take you longer. So the ones that don't take as long are worth less. For 6 points, you can draw a map of your theme park of all rides. So you'll have all 10 of your rides, and then you'll also have a key for restrooms, concessions, etc. So if you want to look, because this is such a big project, and for an example of a map, you can see the Six Flags Over Georgia Park map right here, which I already have pulled up. Now yours is not going to be as detailed, but it is going to have a lot of these parts. And so let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. So you can see all the rides are numbered, and then they have them listed over here. And then it has like the restrooms, it has like little drawings of what the rides look like. Man, it looks fun. I wish we could go there. Maybe one day. So that can give you some different ideas of the map of the theme park. So that's the key. Concessions, that's like where you get food. So you'll notice it has it listed. There's probably a sign. Let me see. Yeah. So it's got like the Tidal Wave Cafe. And so you'll notice this actually has examples of themes. So like Hurricane Harbor, that is all related to like water. So it's like Paradise Island, Calypso Bay, Tsunami Surge, and then it's got the Tidal Wave Cafe and the Paradise Island snacks. And so you can kind of get an idea of, oh goodness gracious. Okay, well, anyway, that's not gonna work. You can get an idea of what the different themes might be. You're also welcome to look up, totally look up Disney World and get some ideas from that, but they all have to be your original ideas. But you can kind of piggyback a little bit off of that, might get your creative ideas flowing. All right, for 3 points, you can draw an advertisement poster for your theme park. You need to do some research to find an appropriate ticket price. You might look up, what does it cost to go to Disney World? What does it cost to get into Six Flags, etc., along with other deals that you might want to include. So you might say kids under 5 are free, or have a certain time of the day where if you come now you get 10% off, or something like that. Parents are let in free, maybe, right? They just pay for kids. You can film a commercial for your park. Now obviously this is if you have those devices, that kind of thing. The reason there's so many different choices is that there's things that you can do where you're only using your computer, using things on Google Drive, which I know everybody has, but some of them have, if you want to get creative and have all kinds of, artwork and different materials and things like that from your house, then you absolutely can. My crafty friends, I think you're going to love this one. You can make a 3D model of one of your rides. Using pipe cleaners, using cups, using whatever you have at home, popsicle sticks, whatever. I hope that some of you guys get really creative with this. I actually had a couple of my friends last year did the 2 6-point projects. So they made a map of their theme park, and then they put a 3D ride on their map. They made a 3D roller coaster and even had a cart that moved. So it's really, really cool. The final option is that you can be like a Disney Imagineer, so like those videos, and create a storyline, which is like a plot for your ride. It can have sounds, lighting, any props and characters. So this is really similar to some of the rides at Disney World. Think about the rides like, oh goodness gracious, like Harry Potter, like Diagon Alley, if you've been there before. So like Diagon Alley, really, and there's actually a Disney Imagineering video about that. So if you're interested in this one, you can watch that. But you will come up with, like, how can you completely immerse the rider in this ride? And so it's not just going to be like a roller coaster, it's going to have characters and things that they see, things that they hear while they're in there. And so I have linked down here the YouTube video of the making of Diagon Alley. that you guys can watch to get some ideas for this last activity. So I want you to make sure that you watch the video on how to upload your projects to Google Classrooms because you are going to obviously be creating your own projects. You'll notice there's no template for any of this because you are putting the pieces together to earn 10 or more points. So whatever you create, this file will show you how to upload that and turn it in. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm really, really excited to see all of your work with this.